Well, this area looks really wild and woolly, doesn't it? Most of the time when we think about the gardens, we think about the vegetables that we grow or the flowers that we're trying to produce, the productive areas of the garden. This area here seems unkempt and messy. And yes, it is very untidy and unkempt looking. Wild areas like this are important for your garden because they allow predatory species like the praying mantis to have a place where it can take shelter, lay its eggs, and from there launch their assault upon the pests in the garden. There's another benefit to having these untidy, unkempt areas as well. These areas provide a good place to harvest materials for making compost. And today, I'm going to show you some of that process. Now, where did I put my sickle? Tight to get the full-size wheelbarrow back here, but fortunately I've got the 4-man's wheelbarrow. Yep, that'll do the trick. So, I've been doing some vermicompost for a while. Although those worms do a great job of devouring my kitchen scraps, they can't eat everything. Particularly stuff from the allium family, garlic, onions, little bits and pieces like that, they don't really like that. They also aren't really good for devouring things like meat, or really large pieces of anything, big bones, that sort of thing. For that, you need regular compost, like what I'm building right here. Right under this gum tree, I started out with a layer of, leaves, leaf litter, old half-rotted wood. I put some old pinto beans that were half-eaten by pantry moths over the top of that. Now I'm going to follow them up with a layer of this green material. So now I'm going to go grab another layer of brown material. Just the thing. This arborist wood chip mulch is going to do really nicely as a brown component. First I need to soak in the layer that I've already put down. Compost heap is a very bacterial-rich environment, but those bacteria need to be able to move around, and to help them out, we're going to give them plenty of water, because that's where they move, in the water, in between the particles. Here's some things that I don't want to feed to the worms. Onion peels, avocado peels, some odds and ends that were in the kitchen, a little bit of old pork roast and the bone that was in it. That emptied out. Some things like those eggshells, the worms can eat, but I've just fed them. You gotta do something with this stuff. Accelerate the process along a little bit. Just go ahead and give these eggshells a good crush. pork rib. Let's put that buried in the middle. Paper is perfectly biodegradable. Paper towel. A little old rosemary in there. I don't know if the worms will eat that or not. They might. Now you can give crushed eggshells to your worms. That's not a problem. Just don't give them any whole eggs. Got some squash seeds in here too. I wonder if those will sprout and make new squash. This area is somewhat shaded, but squash don't mind a little bit of shade. If that gourd was all the way mature, those might actually germinate. Alright, that's a lot of nasty stuff. Here's some broccoli coleslaw that was abandoned in the bottom of the fridge. Worms would eat this, but like I said, they've just fed, so cleaning out the fridge. The sandwich bag won't decompose, but the bread will. Yep, moldy bread. That'll break down just fine. Leaves me with just a little bit of trash that I need to throw away. Let's top this smelly junk off with a little bit of green material. Maybe some of that juniper while I'm at it. Alright, that looks pretty good. Soak that stuff in. Get some more brown material on it. Alright, before I get too much further along with this, I need to introduce some bacteria into this mix here. There's going to be some airborne bacteria, there's going to be some bacteria that are already on some of that material. I want to add a little bit of extra. And to do that, I got a bucket full of dirt from underneath the maple tree, which is about the vicinity of where most of that green material came from. Now, the bacteria that live in this soil are already very well familiar with how to go about breaking down that green material. So I'm just going to add this on. going to toss on some more of this green material. And there is a little piece of juniper in there that I want to make sure I don't grab because those needles are still kind of sharp. Not so much injurious as just painful. That's not bad. Right, on top of that, we'll add a little bit more food waste. Oh wow, that's a moldy loaf of bread. Really moldy. It's loaded up with garlic and other stuff that the worms probably wouldn't like. I mean, they probably would eat it. Well, this will be on the safe side. Right down in there. Alright, what else do we have here? Hey, this old bucket has some coffee filters, coffee grounds in it. I do feed coffee grounds to the worms, but we drink a lot of coffee. Of course, these paper filters are biodegradable also, so they will break right down. Then I got one more little thing to add in here. Ooh, what is it? Oh, glad you asked. This is, boy, some field corn that got wet and moldy. A lot of it. Should have it at it. That's already composted. Oh, it's still wet. So, a lot of the weeds that you're going to find around your homestead, your farm, your backyard, a lot of them are edible. Not a lot of them are really great to eat. Most of what I was cutting down there was Gallium aperine. I hope I'm not murdering the pronunciation of the name. Bed straw, cleavers. I mean, it is edible when it's younger, but that old, yeah, it's all tough, sticky. Yeah. Better to make compost out of it. Alright, good people, we got ourselves a compost heap going here. We'll do that in a day or two, keep it good and damp, let it get heated up, and that'll start turning into some good dirt for us. That's all I got for you today. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave your comments down below, subscribe, share, and I will catch you next time. What's going on over there?